with the Westerners from Western Texas College hosting the Howard College Hawks here at the Coliseum in Snyder, Texas. A quick look at some things. In the Western Athletic Conference, Howard College in third place at 6-6. The Westerners 5-7, along with Clarendon and New Mexico Military Institute all at 5-7. Frank Phillips at 5-8 and Midland at 0-12. Atop the conference is South Plains 11-0 and Odessa College at 11-1, and those two teams are hooking up here, I believe, this week. South Plains is undefeated and ranked number one in the nation right now, and Odessa is also nationally ranked. I believe they're number 3. So again, the Western Athletic Conference, a very tough place to play. Looking at the starting lineups, first of all, for the Howard College Hawks, number 1, Rodney Smith from Atlanta, Georgia. Jacoby Bishop, number 3, from New Waverly, Texas. Blaise Sagna from London, England, number 5. Akin Aji from Brampton, Ontario, number 13. And number 20, Bonaventure Udo from Amarillo, Texas. For the Westerners, number 2, C.J. Smith, a sophomore from Mansfield, Texas. Number 4, Lucas Croft, a sophomore from Fort Wayne, Indiana. Also, number 11, Dane Mayar, a freshman from Salt Lake City, Utah. Number 13, Lorenzo Downey, a freshman from Dartmouth, Nova Scotia. And number 22, Isaac Mushila, a sophomore from the Congo. Statistically, Mushila is leading the Westerners in scoring at just about 14 points per game. All right, we're going to go ahead and start off with Walker Barrett for the play-by-play. So again, the Westerners trying to get a solid footing going into the conference tournament at Lubbock Christian University next week.
Jumping is going to be Isaac Mashula. It's going to be, ball's been gotten by Howard, given to number 1, Rodney Smith. He's going to drive, set it to play, pass it over to number 3, Jacob Bishop, or Jacoby Bishop. Will be given to Rodney, misses, rebounded by number 5, Blaise Saginaw, and rebounded by Isaac Mashula. C.J. Smith's going to drive it, gives it over to Lucas Croft. Passed it over to Downey, inside of Mashula. Passes it over to Croft, makes a 3!
Boy, a good opening for the Westerners and good ball movement. Last time out, the Westerners defeated Frank Phillips College 85-67. The Hawks defeating Midland last time they played 67-59.
Number 20, Udo. Given to number 5, Blaise Saginaw. Over to number 13, Agi. Mashula rebounds it. C.J. Smith gets it. Sets up the play. Pass it over to Mayer, who goes up, misses, rebounded by number 1, Smith. Over to Saginaw. Okay. They called that on Mayer. That'll be his first. Ball given to Smith. Sets up the play. Over to Agi. Makes a shot. Agi is from Ontario, Canada.
That was a nice shot by Agee. That was a tough shot over Mayer and ended up getting it to fall. 3-2, Westerners lead, 17:55 here in the first half.
And Mayer is one of our tallest players at 6'7". It would be given to number 5, Saginaw. Over to Agee. He shoots, misses, rebounded by Croft. Croft is going to set the play at the side. Gives it to Mashula. Over to CJ, who's heavily guarded by Saginaw. Mashula gets the ball and makes a shot.
Boy, nice wraparound pass that time by C.J. Smith and a nice feed. And that might be the basket to help get, Mashila going. 5-2, Westerners the lead early in the game.
Ball is going to be given to number 5, Saginaw. Passes over to Bishop, who shoots, misses a shot, rebounded by Croft. He's going to set up the play, and Howard is going to bring in 3 players once they get a chance. Croft gets it over to Downey. Downey shoots, misses, rebounded, and there's a foul.
Well, I think the foul's going to be inside. Mashila was fighting for position with number 20, Udo, and I believe they got Udo for the foul. They do.
They got him for over the back. Mayer gets knocked down to the ground. Ball stolen away by Bishop. Misses, rebounded by Mayer.
Boy, nice rebound by Dane that time. Really flying above the rim. Oh, and Smith loses the dribble.
Stolen away by Wiltz. And Wiltz is from New Orleans, Louisiana. This team has a lot of players from out of country.
Yeah, one that's not is number 23 in the game for Howard, Noah Mesa from Humble, Texas. Shot off there, Croft the rebound. Smith has it back now. 5-2, Westerners lead, 16 minutes to go in the first half.
C.J. Smith has it, gives it over to Downey. Downey stopped for a second, turns, gives it to Mayer. He goes up, makes the shot!
Oh boy, a nice wraparound move that time by Dane Maher, and was able to extend the long wingspan there and able to get it up off the glass and in.
Ball's been given to number 3, Bishop. Gonna pass it out to Wiltz. Over to Smith, who's gonna get the ball taken away by Mayer. Over to Mayer. Oh, ball taken away by number 15, Zachary Maxson. He is from Atlanta, Georgia.
And he gets the layup. It's a 7-4 Westerner lead.
Croft gets it. Over to Downey. Goes up inside to Azik Mashula. There's going to be a foul.
Oh, it's going to be an offensive foul that time on
Downey. They're going to bring in Tyson Brown and Dawson.
It's 64-57, UConn over the Lady Bears of Baylor with a little over 5 minutes to go in the ball game.
C.J. Smith steals it.
I'll tell you what, the Hawks that time did a really good job of collapsing and triple teaming Isaac as they got the ball inside to him and just not able to do anything with it there and wasn't able to get it back out to an open man. (7-4), Westerners lead. basketball, and they're trying to get the shot clock straightened out. On that kind of a change of possession, the shot clock does not reset all the way to the beginning, but it goes back to a 20-second reset. All right, they've got that worked out.
B. Tyson over to Croft. Over to Dawson. Misses. Out of bounds.
Walker Tyson Brown is coming to the game for the Westerners, a 6'9" freshman from Virginia Beach, Virginia.
And what is his stats for the games?
For Tyson, he's averaging about 5 points a game.
Croft makes a three.
Boy, from that same corner, too, Lucas Croft hitting both threes from there.
That's his sweet spot. Ball's been given to number 2, Wiltz. Sets it to play, or tries to at least. Given over to 23, Noah Mason, who is from Humble, Texas.
So it's a 10-7 Westerner lead, 13:30 to go in the first half.
Croft, Isaac Mashula. CJ.
9 seconds on the shot clock.
Shoots, rebounded by Dawson. Croft. Tyson, and out of bounds.
Boy, Tyson would have had an open shot had he been able to hang on to it. Dawson John into the game as well, a 6'5" freshman from Ontario. And there's a timeout on the floor. We're going to take one as well. You're watching Westerner basketball via the broadcast services of Western Texas College. All right, Westerners leading Howard College here at the Coliseum in Snyder 10-7. 13 minutes to go in the first half. And Howard College with the basketball.
Ball's been given to Wiltz. Over to Mason. Back to Mason. Rebounded by Dawson.
Mason trying to hit 2 consecutive three-pointers on that possession.
C.J. Smith gets the ball. He's going to drive to the side. Goes in. Passed it in to Tyson Brown. He sets it up and puts it in.
Boy, another nice feed by C.J. Smith. You know, dribble penetration can do so many good things for you if you're able to deliver the basketball to the open man.
Yeah, Mason's going to get the ball. Passed it over to Bishop. Back to Wiltz. Wiltz over to number 5, Saginaw. Missed it. C.J. Smith has the ball. Croft shoots, misses, rebounded by Isaac. Foul.
Well, I wonder if they'll give him the basket or not. We'll wait for the call to see what happens. Nope, they're going to call a push on number 5, I believe he said, Blaise Sagna from the England product. So that's a foul on him.
He is from London, England.
Before the shot.
Oops, Croft. Inside to Tyson, out to CJ.
8 seconds on the shot clock. Step back 3.
Woohoo! And in!
Man, that's big time shot right there by CJ. 15-7 Westerners, 11.5 to go in the first half.
Over to number 24, Sanad. He is from Italy. And makes the shot. CJ Smith has the ball. One call timeout.
Nope. Harris holding his hand. He looks like it's hurting him. All right, there's a timeout on the floor. The Westerners lead 15-9 while they take a look at Dane Mayar. 11 minutes to go in the first half, and then we'll be back in just a moment. All right, we're back. 15-9. Westerners lead Howard College here at the Coliseum in Snyder, Texas. 11 minutes to go in the first half. And all right. Okay, there's a something on the floor. Usually when they call somebody out, and there may have been some blood somewhere on the floor, and they have to clean that up.
Right now the score for Baylor and Connecticut. Baylor 63, Connecticut 66. Right now it's a one-possession game between them with 1 minute and 45 seconds left in the whole game. Mr. Skates knows who I'm going for.
All right, so we're back after the timeout, and they got the things on the floor taken care of. They needed to clean up, so it'll be Westerner basketball inbounding, going the length of the court. Westerners, of course, in the white home uniforms, the green numerals and the trim, going from left to right on your viewing screen.
The Croft misses. Rebounded by number 5, Saginaw.
That's a pretty shot by Croft, but that's a tough one to make when you're moving and fading back. And now there's going to be a foul on the floor.
Going to be on Tyson Brown. Over to number 24, Sanad. Up to 13, Aggie. Into Sanad. Up to Smith. Misses, rebounded by Dawson. Downey. Out of bounds. Nope,
Downey has a shot block, but I think they're going to call a foul on that play.
I think that's on 24, yeah.
Yep, it is. It's on Sami Sanad from Italy. 68-63. Lady Bears down to UConn. And Downey, meanwhile, misses the free throw. 15-9, Westerner lead, just about 10 minutes to go in the first half.
Be given to number 24, Sanad. Over to Saginaw, out of bounds.
Howard College inbounding the basketball.
Be given to Everett. Foul on Dawson.
And Sagna at the line, shooting 76% on the season from the free throw line.
There are 38 seconds left in the Baylor game.
15-11, the Westerner lead here by 4, 9:47 to go in the first half.
Passed in by Isaac Mashula. Timeout.
And Isaac couldn't find anywhere to go with the basketball, so he called a timeout to save the possession. We're going to take one as well, and then we'll be back in just a moment. You're watching Westerner basketball here from the Coliseum in Snyder, Texas. All right, Westerners leading 15-11 here at the Coliseum against the Howard College Hawks. They're going to be inbounding the basketball. Downing looking for someone to go to. He gets it into C.J. Smith. Smith now with the basketball. Some full court pressure, man-to-man defense by the Hawks. Smith with the basketball now. Crossover move to the left side in the corner. Dawson inside to Isaac. Good! And Mashila, what good ball movement and quick by the Westerners. They lead 17-11. Back the other way now. Sanad with the basketball, starts to drive a spin move, travels, but no call, but then he throws it out of bounds. Had an idea of trying to hit a G there in the corner, who started to make a move toward the basket. Coming in now for the Hawks, number 15, Maxson. All right, a little bit of confusion there in the substitution. Head coach Scott Raines, assisted by Junzi Cotton for the Hawks. Head coach for the Westerners, Kyle Cooper, assisted by Estevan Sandoval. C.J. Smith with the basketball now and the left-handed dribble, and he's fouled out there beyond the arc by Damari Wiltz for Howard. 14 fouls apiece here in the first half. 9 minutes to go in the first half. And the Westerners with the basketball in the lead, 17-11. And Smith has it poked away, but he gets it back. Goes to the right side. Crossover, loses the basketball, but Dawson John saved that. And Mashila up for the long shot. No good. Rebound between Dawson John, who tried to get it back up and had his shot blocked, or he lost control of the basketball. And Howard College back the other way. And, oh my, that was a tough call. Maxson got underneath Tyson Brown, and I thought Tyson might have gotten his hands on top of the basketball, but he did draw the foul. So the Hawks to the line. Maxon, a 71% free throw shooter. Lucas Croft back in for the Westerners. So Croft, Downey, Dawson John, Mashila, and Jabrian Hill, the freshman, 5'11", from Duncanville, Texas, comes into the game. One out of two on that trip to the line by Maxon. 17-13. Westerners, and Mashila dishing off to Dawson John. Oh, had to open layup, but Mashila there with the putback. And Isaac is able to tip it up and back in and creates the offense. 19-13 Westerners. 8:13 to go in the first half. And the spin move and the score by Wiltz of Howard. Howard now applying the full court pressure. Over to Downey and back to Hill. 18 seconds on the shot clock. Hill starts the offense. High off the glass. Can't get it to go. And a fight for the rebound. Out of bounds, and I guess it's going to be Westerner basketball. Hill inbounding from underneath the Westerner bucket. Oh, man, he had Mashila open there underneath. So he throws it in the backcourt to Croft. Guarded by Sagna. Croft now with the crossover. Inside, beautiful feed to Isaac Mashila, who gets the bucket. Mashila, 8 points in the ball game. And a 21-15 Westerner lead. 7:17 to go in the first half. Spin move by Wiltz, kicks it out. And a shot and a three, good from the corner by Blaise Sagna. And a careless pass by the Westerners and a wide open two-pointer by Sagna. And just like that, it's a 1 point Westerner lead, 21-20. Downey to Hill. They got to get it out of the backcourt and throws it up to Dawson. Inside to Mashila, who gets it off the glass, and it was an ugly possession all the way around by the Westerners, but somehow they were able to get the bucket. 23-20, Westerners lead. 6:39 to go in the first half. It'll be Howard basketball right after this. Howard College will be bringing the basketball up against the Westerners. Again, the Westerners a 23-20 lead. And Howard College applying some full court pressure defense that resulted in some points against the Westerners. Lamar Everett into the game. Everett from Canada. Sagna now starts to drive. Back out to Wiltz. Spin move into the lane. Solid defense there. CJ Smith and Hill both into the game. Over to Sagna. Creates some space. Up with the jumper, no good. And Hill the rebound off to Smith. So Coach Cooper goes a little bit small in the lineup with Smith and Hill in there. And Mashila rips the rebound away. Hill starts to take off. High off the glass, but no good. Westerners had a couple of shots at it, but couldn't get it to fall. Wiltz over to Sagna inside. And to the trailer. No good. And the tip back into the hands of Sagna, who misses. Rebound fought for and hauled in by a G. And it'll be Howard College basketball. 5.5 to go in the first half. Westerners lead 23-20. Back the other way. Smith with the basketball now. Fires away, no good, and Mashila the rebound for the Westerners. Croft behind him to Hill.
Over to Mashula. Croft makes the shot. I have an update for y'all on the Baylor Lady Bears. They have lost to UConn 67-69.
Well, for all the Lady Bears fans, we send our condolences. And for UConn fans, the march continues. And inside, Everett with a solid move and gets the bucket. And he's going to get to go to the line to try to complete an old-fashioned three-point play. 4:32 to go in the first half. Westerners currently with a 26-22 lead.
And rebounded by Mayer. Going to be given to Jabryant Hill. Over to CJ. He's going to set up the play. Gives it to Mayer. Over to Jabryant. Drives in. Goes up. Misses and rebounded by Tyson.
Well, they're gonna call an offensive basket interference on Mayer. And Jabryant Hill has tried that move down the lane several times, high off the glass, but it's a nice looking shot, but it hasn't fallen yet for him, but maybe he can get that going at some point.
Going to be number 15, Zachary Maxson. Over to Jabryant, CJ Smith. Over to Mayer. Goes up, makes the shot.
And they're going to call the foul. The basket counts, so Mayer will go to the line to shoot one.
No, they're going to call that on Mason, looks like.
Mayer shooting 60% from the foul line on the season.
Misses, rebounded by number 2, Wiltz.
28-22, the Westerners leading, 3.5 to go in the first half.
Be given to Bishop. Over to Mason, rebounded by Mayer. Mayer just jumped over everybody and got the ball.
He's looking at his hand. Something happened there a few minutes ago. I have no idea what it is. I don't know if it's a wrist or hand or finger or whatever.
He jammed his finger and it busted open. And there was blood all over the floor and everything.
Inside, Tyson Brown missed the shot, but he got the rebound there on the missed shot by Bishop.
Ow. Nothing called, but okay.
And Hill comes back the other way and hits the deck.
Ooh. Ooh.
Jacoby Bishop leads the Hawks in, he and Noah Mason lead the Hawks in three-point field goal percentage.
No.
Wow, that looked good out of the hands of Downey, but he couldn't get it to fall.
They missed a call on that side that I saw from right here. Mayer went in for the ball, and the number 5 player was holding on to his arm the whole entire time he was going through, and he was pulling him back.
Well, it's a lot of physical play in there, and they're letting them go, pretty much letting them play.
Yeah.
And Coach Cooper wants a timeout after that basket by Howard College. 28-27, the Westerner lead has shrunk to 1 with 2 minutes to go in the first half. And there's a timeout on the floor while Coach Cooper talks to them, and we'll take a break as well, and then we'll be back with more Westerner basketball live from the Coliseum in Snyder. All right, the Westerners with a 1-point lead over Howard College, 28-27 at the Coliseum in Snyder, Texas, and from all the way from Superior, Wisconsin, Zoe, Owen, and Zachariah.
And shout out to my little munchkin at home.
All right, well, Smith bringing the basketball up against the Hawks, and the Westerners need a good offensive set right now. Smith on the right-hand side starts to move it in, throws it out. Downey saves that pass, back to Mayar. Dane starts to move in, back to Downey, picks up his dribble, and they're going to call an offensive foul on an illegal screen against Dane Mayar. And it's going to go back to Howard College, so Mayar comes out of the game. Again, he's got something going on with his fingers, so he was injured. Croft into the game. Mashila, Dawson John, number 1 into the game. Downey, Smith. And the play is called by Wiltz from Howard College. Right side to Sagna. Now they look inside to Bishop. And tipped away, and a steal by the Westerners up to Croft. He starts to make a move. And they're going to call carrying the ball, or double dribble if you want to call it that, whatever it is that you want to choose. It is carrying the ball is what they called. So a turnover right back to Howard. 1:19 to go in the first half. 28-27. Westerners lead a slim point. Mason now inside to Wiltz. Back out and open for 3. And Sagna, and he buries it. And the Hawks have their first lead of the game, 30-28 over the Westerners. Mashila back to Hill. Makes a move, kicks it out in the corner. Croft for 3. Can't get it to go. Rebound to Downey. Dawson fires for 3, and he misses everything.
He literally just hits backboard.
Well, okay, he did hit the backboard. 30 seconds to go in the first half, 30-28. Howard College the lead and the basketball. Making a move. Sagna misses the shot. Mashila the rebound. 18 seconds to go in the first half. Westerners can tie it up or take a lead. They set their offense. Hill with it now. Into the corner. Croft for three. Can't get it to go. He'll fire for three. No good. And the three-point shot is cold for the Westerners here for about the last 3 minutes of the first half. So we end the first half of play with Howard College up 30-28 over the Westerners. We'll get some stats and hand those off to you in just a little bit. Right now you're viewing Western Texas College basketball live from the Coliseum in Snyder, Texas. All right, we've got the statistics from the first half. And a look at individual scoring for the Howard College Hawks. 3 points by Jacoby Bishop, 10 by Blaze Sagna, 2 by Akeen Agee, 4 points by Damari Wiltz, 2 by Lamar Everett, 4 by Zach Maxson, and 5 from Noah Mason. The Hawks shot 34% from the field in the first half and 33% from the three-point line, 80% from the free throw line. For the Westerners, 3 points by C.J. Smith, 9 by Lucas Croft, Mayer with 4, 10 by Isaac Mashila. He is their leading scorer normally for each game, and 2 points by Tyson Brown. The Westerners shot 37.5% from the field and 29% from the three-point line. They have not yet made a free throw, 0 for 3. So 6 turnovers by the Westerners, 3 by Howard, and so that has hurt WTC. Rebounds, the Westerners with the overall lead there, 23-16. 5 offensive rebounds by the Hawks and 7 by the Westerners. So really it was sort of kind of a tale of 2 parts of the first half. Down toward the end of the first half, the Westerners went cold from the three-point line. The Hawks shot 4 out of 12, and the Westerners 4 out of 14. They started out like they were going to do much better than that, but then again they couldn't hit after that. So again, the score at the half, Howard College, the 2-point lead over the Westerners, 30-28. All right, we'll take a break, and then we'll be back with the second half action. Westerner basketball live from the Coliseum in Snyder. All right, everybody. Welcome to Westerner basketball. Again, the Westerners hosting Howard College in Western Athletic Conference play before the Western Athletic Conference tournament next week. And the Westerners trying to grab this win to compete for a fourth-place finish, but they were not very efficient offensively near the end of the first half for about 2 or 3 minutes, and Howard College took advantage of some careless basketball handling and some mistakes and had the lead as we begin the second half of play, 30-28. I'm Garen Skates alongside Walker Barrett, and Walker will start out with the play-by-play. Westerner basketball.
C.J. Smith has the ball. Gonna give it over to Lorenzo Downey. Inside to Isaac Mashula. Out to C.J. C.J. Smith goes up, shoots, misses, and rebounded by Jacoby Bishop.
And the cold shooting from the three-point line continues for the Westerners. They started out hitting forward relatively quick in the game, and they haven't made anything since from there.
Maybe made the shot for Howard. They're going to do a full-court press now. C.J. Smith has the ball. Over to Lorenzo Downey, knocked away. And makes a shot. That'll be made by Bishop.
Tell you what, Jacoby Bishop has come out and scored 4 points for Howard, and they're getting shots at the back. Oh, my! The alley-oop to Isaac Mashila with the two-handed jam. Maybe that'll get the Westerners excited. 34-30, Howard College, the lead. We're here in the second half.
Ball has been given to Saginaw. Over to Mason. Back to Bishop. Rebounded by Lorenzo, given to CJ. And fouled. I think they're going to call it on 23.
You know, the difference there has been, you know, we were settling for outside shots, you know, three-point shots, and Howard College was driving the basket, especially Jacoby Bishop. You know, we get an alley-oop at the basket, and now C.J. Smith draws a foul and is at the foul line to shoot free throws. And again, good things happening from when you dribble penetration, get the basketball inside, and then the outside shots can come later. Great rebound on a missed free throw there by Isaac Mashila.
Croft. Fouled. Be on Smith.
And again, Walker, something good happening when the Westerners drive to the basket. That time Lucas Croft, and he was able to pick up the foul, and he'll be at the free throw line.
Makes it. Makes it.
34-33. Howard, the 1 point lead now. Westerners see if they can get a stop.
Over to Saginaw, on to Smith. Drives in, pops it out to Mason.
Mason, one of their leading three-point shooters in the season for Howard College.
Mayer gets the ball. Over to Croft. Drives it. Lorenzo. And out of bounds.
going to be Westerner basketball. Downing had the right idea, but just couldn't get it to Mashila where it could handle it.
Smith. Isaac. Back to Smith. That's on, I think it's going to be on Noah Mason.
I think so.
Let's make sure. You never know.
Well, that's who was guarding, on the drive. That was guarding Smith. That's 3 personal fouls on Mason. He's out of the game. And again, he's been the guy that's made a couple of big threes for them.
Udo's back in. Mayer. In he goes.
And Mayer still looking at that hand with those fingers taped together. But a good bucket by the Westerners. They're starting to get some shots inside. Wow, they're going to call Downey. They said that he shoved him from behind. I just thought he lost his footing, but
I thought so too.
But Downey's going to pick up the foul regardless.
He's got 2. Mayer's got 2. Lucas has 1. Tyson has 2. We're given to Dolas Maxon. TJ Smith gets double teamed. Isaac fouled.
Boy, and Mashila was going up for a 2-handed dunk and got fouled hard by Howard College. And that foul on Udo, that'd be his 2nd foul. Boy, and that could have been really bad news for the Westerners, because that's how you can dislocate a shoulder. 39-36, Howard College leads the Westerners. 16:27 to go in the second half.
And ba-boom. I honestly think Mashila, with the way he's shooting tonight, honestly shoots like he is the #1 person in our conference in shooting.
Well, he's got a great form. I mean, he's a scorer. There's no doubt about it. He's just, it's a matter of finding him possessions, in a position, that he can do something with the basketball.
Double teamed. Missed, rebounded by Udo. Given to Smith.
Oh, and an offensive foul on an illegal screen, and I think it might be on Udo. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's on Udo.
And that should be his 3rd.
Yep, that'll be his 3rd. Ooh, we can hear that coach all the way up here.
5 team fouls in this half on Howard compared to 1. And now you can make that 6-1.
First one, Zachary Maxon.
So 6 team fouls on the Howard College Hawks to 1 team foul on the Westerners. But again, the Westerners started going to the basket and they started picking up some fouls on Howard. And Mashila gets the shot. Maxon had to give a little ground there. And this game is tied at 39 with 15.5 to go in the second half.
Be given to Bishop. Missed, rebounded by CJ Smith. They're going to bring in Waltz and Mason into the game.
Yeah. Well, CJ had an opportunity there, but I think he probably made the shot a little bit more difficult than it had to be. But fortunately, the Westerners got the ball back. 20 seconds on the shot clock.
Yep. Croft. Over into Mashula. And in.
And Mashila, another basket down low. Again, getting in the ball where he can work with it. 41-39, the Westerners have come back and grabbed a 2-point lead. Mason is back into the ball game for Howard.
TJ has the ball. Croft. CJ. Missed. Rebounded his own shot. Over to Mayer. And dunk-a-dunk.
And Mayer, checking that finger, dunks the basketball, not with the authority that he normally is able to, working with those fingers, but he's in a lot of pain. There's no doubt about it. 43-39, the Westerners lead Howard College. There's a timeout on the floor. We're going to go ahead and take one, and then we'll be back with more Westerner basketball live here from the Coliseum in Snyder, Texas. (43-39), the Westerners leading Howard College. 14-19 to go in the second half. And Walker, I think the Westerners, they started locking down a little bit better on defense, but their offensive sets, they were getting much closer to the basket and a lot more drives, collected some fouls against Howard, and just looked the more aggressive, going to the basket there for the last couple of minutes.
Ball's being brought down by Wiltz. Given to Bishop. Double teamed. Thrown away by Dawson.
Nice defense there.
TJ Smith has the ball. They're going to drive him to the corner. Over to Dawson. Inside to Mashula.
Working against Mason with 3 fouls.
Almost had it.
Tyson Brown, a point-blank putback, but couldn't get it to fall.
Be given to Smith. Over to Mason. Back to Wiltz. Over to Smith. It's going to be given to Durand. Missed and over the back. No, they're going to call that on Dawson.
They are.
Even though he was underneath him.
He's going to get called for the foul. But you know what I like, Walker? I like going into Isaac like that because if he's going to be guarded by Mason with 3 fouls, he can work against him and maybe possibly pick up the 4th foul.
CJ Smith has the ball. Sets it the play, gives it to Dawson. Back to CJ. Inside to Tyson Brown. He gets fouled and knocked down by number 13, Agee. And that's going to be his first foul tonight. That is going to be 7 fouls within the first 13 minutes of a game.
Well, and or of the half, the second half. So the thing of it is that puts the Westerners in the bonus. So he's, instead of just taking the ball out of bounds, he's got a 1-and-1 opportunity.
Rebounded by Wiltz. Over to Smith. Drives out. Given to Bishop. Knocked away by Dawson. Fouled.
Dawson fouled hard. There have been some hard fouls in this ball game. Dawson on the Dawson John receiving on the receiving end of one of those fouls.
I bet that hurt.
And Jacoby Bishop picked up his second personal foul. The big thing is we've got to try to make Howard College pay for those fouls by making some free throws. This was a two-shot foul, so Dawson John has another one coming. Jabrian Hill into the game along with C.J. Smith, so Coach Cooper kind of goes to a little bit smaller lineup.
I noticed we also don't have two of our players that we had at the beginning of the season. Not sure where they went. Then given to number 24, Sanad. Drive in. Out to number 15, Maxon. Inside. Out. And number 13, Agee makes a three.
A big shot for Howard. They go back to the full court pressure. And the Westerners have had some trouble this season with full court pressure against, especially against Odessa. Of course, Odessa is an incredibly talented team.
Yes.
And there we go. We tried the entry pass. And a wide open shot back the other way for Howard. And just like that, this game is tied at 44.
Ball's been given to Jabrian Hill, back to C.J. Smith. Drives in, goes up, out to Jabrian, out to Dawson. Three!
Oh, Dawson John hits a three on nice ball movement and recognition by C.J. Smith and Jabrian Hill.
Ball's been given to number 15, Maxon. Inside to Sanad. Stolen away by Isaac Mashula. Over to Dawson. Up top to Jabrian. He drives in, goes up, and .24. That's going to be his second.
And it's going to put Jabrian Hill at the line for a one-on-one opportunity.
Makes it. What is his shooting percentage? Rebounded by
61% for the season from the free throw line.
They're going to call another foul on Tyson Brown. That'll be his third. Ball's been given to Agee.
Westerners lead 48-44. 10 minutes and 46 seconds to go in the second half. Trying to play solid man-to-man defense, and a travel by number 5, Blaze Sagna from Howard College. So again, the Westerners have picked it up defensively here in the second half, and that's been a difference in the game. Mayar now back into the game, and remember early on he got injured. He has those two of those fingers on his, I think his left hand, his right hand taped together, and he's been hobbled by it a little bit. Hill now with the basketball in the corner, back out to Smith. Starts to make a move. The lob, oh my goodness. And Tyson Brown just couldn't quite get a handle on it, but they got a handle on it there as they get the two-hand jam out of it. And Hill, back the other way, and he's fouled. and he'll go to the line for 2. On the other end, that was Udo getting the dunk. He's got 3 personal fouls. So him and Mason, both of the Hawks, have 3 personal fouls, and Lucas Croft is going to come back in and to the ball game. And 4 fouls now on Udo. And Hill misses the first one, as I mentioned earlier, 61% free throw shooter in the season. So Croft out and C.J. Smith gets a rest. Shot is up, and that's good. And it's a 49-46 Westerner 3-point lead. Rodney Smith back the other way now for Howard College. Right side over to Wiltz. Pass back to the left side. Udo, Smith with it now. Dribbles, gives it up to Wiltz now. Wiltz back in the corner to Smith for 3, no good, and Hill with the rebound. Quickly back out the other way. Back to Mayar. Starts to make a move, a quick spin move, can't get it to go. Tyson Brown had the offensive rebound but couldn't collect it up and get a handle on it. Did everything right, just couldn't come down with the basketball. Wiltz now back the other way. Inside to Maxson. Oh, and a no-look pass. And wide open is a G for the inside bucket. And just like that, Howard is back to within 1. Timeout on the floor, 49-48. The Westerners with the lead. They'll be inbounding the basketball. And we'll be back in just a moment. Well, 9 minutes to go in the ball game, and the Westerners a 1-point lead, 49-48. Howard College hanging tough. And the Westerners start to pull away a little bit, but then Howard comes back with some inside offense. And there's some inside offense as Dane Mayar jammed it through on the two-hand stuff. 51-48 Westerners, 8:47 to go. Smith for Howard College back the other way. And we've got a close one here at the Coliseum in Snyder. Wiltz back the other way. Around the horn, back to Smith. Out to Wiltz. He'll fire for 3 and buries it. And Howard College are getting some wide open threes. And we are tied at 51. Lucas Croft bringing the ball up. And off of his leg, out of bounds. So a turnover by the Westerners back to Howard College. We're tied at 51, 8:13 to go in the second half. Maxson with the basketball now. Over to Wiltz. He just made a 3. Inside to Udo on the court. Croft diving for it, and the shot clock violation. So with good defense, the Westerners get the ball back. So Hill inbounds it and brings it up against Wiltz. Croft to Mashila, who's back into the ball game. What a nice move off the glass and a spin move by Isaac Mashila, leading scorer for the Westerners. 53-51 Westerners, 7:29 to go.
Could you believe that he has 20 points on the board of the 53 there?
Well, I tell you what, when he can make the move inside and get some room to work, he can score the basketball. I mean, he knows how to put the ball in the net.
Well, Lucas Croft has 11 and Mayer has 10.
A tip pass ends up at a steal for the Westerners. Croft coming in and all kinds of contact and no call, and back the other way is Maxson, who gets the layup, and it's tied again at 53.
That is the third time it's been tied.
Hill now brings the ball over, gets a screen from Mushila. Croft tries to get it inside to Isaac, and Croft has had 3 possessions in a row where he's turned the ball over. And that results in another layup for Howard, and they lead now 55-53. So Hill now starts to take off down the lane. Off the glass and good. He was fouled, and you can count it. And they got the call, Walker, on Udo, and that is number 5. He's fouled out of the ball game. There's going to be a timeout on the floor. We're tied again at 55 with Jabrian Hill going to the line to shoot a free throw to try to complete an old-fashioned three-point play. We'll take a break as well. You're watching Westerner basketball live from the Coliseum in Snyder.
This will be the 4th tie of this ball game.
Howard College was leading by 2 at the half. The Westerners came back. They opened up a 4 and a 5-point lead. Howard College came back again, and we've had several ties. 55 is the latest tie. Jabrian Hill for the Westerners going to the line to shoot one after his foul. Going to the basket, he was fouled by Udo, who fouled out of the ball game. Mason comes back in. He's got 3 fouls for the Hawks, and you'd like to see if they could give Mushila the chance to work against him down low. 56-55 after Hill makes the free throw, comes out, and C.J. Smith comes in. 6 minutes to go in the second half. Smith now working up ahead to Wiltz, back over to Bishop. Now to Sagna and to Smith. Smith with the dribble, man-to-man defense by the Westerners. Wiltz now beyond the arc. Over to Sagna. Back to Wiltz. Sagna will shoot a 3. No good. Mayar the rebound.
He still keeps Baby in that hand.
Well, it's been bothering. There's no doubt about it, but he's playing through it. To Mushila. They start to clear out. He's going to work against Mason. Now he gets it out to Downey, who starts to drive. Fade away from the baseline, and it's knocked out of bounds by Sagna. And so it's going to be out of bounds for the Westerners. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Maxson in for Sagna. The lob in to Downing, but over his head. A turnover, and here comes Howard College and Mayar with the rejection. Ball knocked out of bounds. And it'd be Howard basketball, but a good block by Mayar. Westerners cleaning to the 1-point lead, 56-55. 5:10 to go in the ball game. Maxson hands off behind him to Smith. Croft back into the game, along with Downing, Smith, Mashila, and Mayar. Wiltz with the basketball, trying to set up a double screen for him. Back to Mason. Over to Smith. Fadeaway three off the glass and good. 58-56, Howard. Here comes the Westerners. 4.5 to go in the ball game. Smith is going to drive, and a reverse layup, and he was fouled, and you can count it. It's going to be on Smith. That'll be his second foul. And Smith gets the free throw. 59-58. Bishop to Maxson, back to Bishop. Behind the back, he stopped there. Maxson, Wiltz starts to stop. Smith fires for another three. And Downing was falling out of bounds and tried to throw it off a Howard College player, but Smith ended up doing the Westerners a favor and couldn't handle the basketball. So the Westerners will be inbounding with the 59-58 lead, just under 4 minutes to play, and Sagna back into the ball game. Croft working against Smith. Hands off to Smith. Smith and Smith. Sounds like a law firm. CJ of the Westerners working against Wiltz, gets a screen. Pulls it back out, trying to find a way. Oh, and a fadeaway three. Wow, that is a very, very tough shot.
Well, I mean, last season, CJ Smith was playing with Ben Smith, so.
That's true. All right, there's going to be a timeout on the floor. Westerners on defense. They lead 59-58. There's 3:22 left in the game. We're going to take a break as well. You're watching Westerner basketball live from the Coliseum. (59-58) Howard College inbounding the basketball. 3:22 left in the game. The Westerners clinging to a 1-point lead, looking for a defensive stop. Howard has been able to make some big shots in this second half. Smith gets a screen from Mason, an excellent three-point shooter. Smith starts to go in against Mashila and gets the bucket. Mashila was trying to get out of the way, and they're going to call the foul on him. Mashila not in foul trouble. That's his first personal of the game, but he gives Howard College the lead 60-59 and puts Smith at the free throw line. Smith, a 76% free throw shooter on the season, and he makes that one. Mashila now brings it down, and a stop, and a hop, and off the glass, and good. Mashila coast to coast with it, and we're tied at 61.
Fifth tie of the ball game.
Maxson pulls up, misses everything, and Mashila the rebound. Smith now brings it up. We're tied at 61. Westerners in the double bonus with the basketball. 2.5 to go. Now, the Westerners, if it comes down to it and they need to foul, they do have fouls to give. Downing a quick three. Wow. A quick shot in the shot clock. Smith back the other way.
Ooh.
And Mayara, rejection. Smith back the other way, forcing the issue.
Woo-hoo!
Off the glass and good. And C.J. Smith back the other way, gets the bucket, and gives the Westerners the 2-point lead, 63-61 after the block by Mayar. We'll go ahead and we'll be back in just a moment. You're watching Westerner basketball live from the Coliseum in Snyder, Texas. All right, the Westerners lead 63-61. Over Howard College, 2:06 to go. A big basket by C.J. Smith after a block by Dane Mayar. And here comes Howard College down to the other end. Smith to Wiltz, Mason, back to Bishop. Mason for three, and again, he's one of their best three-point shooter. He's made 3 or 4 in this game, and that's exactly who they were going to look for, and now Howard College has grabbed the 1-point lead, and again, another timeout on the floor. 64-63 Howard now with, again, under 2 minutes to go in the ball game. You're watching Westerner basketball live from the Coliseum in Snyder.
I have a score update for the Lady National Tournament Elite 8. Indiana and Arizona are playing. Right now, Arizona is winning 27-23 at halftime.
And early in the ball game, the Baylor Bears are leading Arkansas 7-2. $64-63. Howard after that three by Mason. take the 1-point lead. It'll be Westerner basketball, and they're going to need something. Good to happen. On this offensive possession. And if Howard College needs a big shot, a big three, that ball's going to go through the hands of Mason. There's no doubt about that. All right, after the timeout, 1:48 to go. Westerners, a basket will give them a 1-point lead, a three-pointer by 2. And they double team on the inbounds, and they call Smith for the foul. That's Rodney Smith of Howard, and that's going to come down to the other end here, and that's going to give C.J. Smith 2 free throws. And it's going to give Rodney Smith his 3rd foul.
Makes it.
Ties the game up at 64, and he's got another one to go. And can't hit the second one. We are tied at 64. Wiltz now coming up for Howard College. 1:43 to go. Go ahead.
6th tie of the game.
Rodney Smith with it now for Howard. Back to Wiltz. Maxon with it, moving in against Mayar. Back out to Wiltz. 5 on the shot clock. And the pass tip. Maxon, with the shot clock expiring, gets it off. And C.J. Smith rebounds the miss. 1:12 to go. The Westerners looking to take the lead. To Croft. Smith and Mushila trying to get in a better position. Croft over to Mayar. Tries to get the alley-oop, and they don't get that to work, but he was fouled.
Bishop.
So Bishop with the foul, and that's his 3rd. And again, it'll mean 2 shots for Mayar. And the first one is in. And the Westerners, a 1-point lead, 65-64. Mason and Zagna back into the game for more scoring for the Howard College Hawks. Mayar, it's up. 2 out of 2. 66-64. The Westerners lead by 2. Under a minute to go. Howard College with the basketball. Man-to-man defense by the Westerners. They're going to try to set Mason up for a 3 if they can. Smith over to Bishop. Bishop can also score. Oh, and Smith, a step back 3, misses, and there's a foul on Mushila.
He was all the way back here.
Well, they're saying that when Rodney Smith was falling back on the 3-pointer and Mushila went out to contest the shot, he fouled him. So he fouled a 3-point shooter with 35 seconds to go. So it puts Rodney Smith at the line.
Okay.
For 3 free throws, and the first one is up and no good. Smith is a 76% free throw shooter on the season. And a timeout, I believe, called by the Westerners to let Smith think about it. So we're going to take a break as well. Westerners trying to find a way to pull out the win at home. They lead by 2, 66-64. 35 seconds to go, and Howard College at the line with 2 more free throws. You're watching Westerner basketball live from the Coliseum in Snyder. Rodney Smith for Howard College is at the line to shoot 2 more free throws. He was fouled attempting a 3-point shot. The Westerners lead 66-64. There's 35 seconds to go. Mashila, Croft, Downing, Mayar, and C.J. Smith are on the floor for the Westerners. Bishop, Rodney Smith, Maxon, Zagna, and Mason on the floor for Howard College. Rodney Smith at the line for the Hawks. And that one is through. 66-65, and Rodney Smith can tie it up again with this free throw. And it's off, and Mashila with the rebound. C.J. Smith now back the other way. The Westerners lead by 1. 21 seconds on the shot clock. There's about a 3-second differential between the game clock and the shot clock. So the Westerners will need to get a shot off. And there the count begins. C.J. Smith down the lane, puts it up. Good! Wow, what a move by C.J. Smith. And it extends the Westerner lead 68-65 with 7 seconds to go in the game, if that game clock is correct. A timeout for strategy. You're watching Westerner basketball live from the Coliseum in Snyder, Texas. Well, the game's been fairly tight throughout. The Hawks led by 2 over the Westerners at the half. The Westerners have either held the lead or it's been tied here in the second half, and the Westerners, after that basket by C.J. Smith, lead by 3, 68-65. The Hawks have the basketball, and C.J. Smith commits the foul. Remember, the Hawks are not yet in the bonus, so they're not going to go shoot free throws. And it does burn off a little bit more time. So that's where having the fouls to give can help you. And again, C.J. Smith commits another foul. And Wilkes throws the ball up, and it goes in. And it's not going to count, because now it puts Wilkes at the line for 1-and-1 with 3.6 seconds left. And the Hawks down by 3. Wilkes makes the free throw. The Hawks down by 2, 68-66. Westerners have to be ready for the rebound if he either misses it or misses it on purpose, which is a strategy. And that's what he did, and Mashila with the rebound. Holds on to the basketball. And with 0.8 seconds to go, Mashila is fouled, I believe. And so he will go to the line to shoot 2 free throws. So the Westerners are going to come out on top in a very tough fight to the finish. But that puts the Westerners at 6-7 in the conference. That's the same record as Howard. They play Clarendon on Thursday, and they can wrap up, I believe, with the win. They might be able to wrap up 4th place if they can win Thursday night. It moves them to 11-7 overall. C.J. Smith tips the intended out-of-bounds pass. 69-66, Westerners up by 3.
Coach is like, why did you do that?
0.25 seconds on the clock. Croft catches it, the buzzer sounds, and that's the ball game. And the Westerners
will win.
Get the win. 69-66. Credit Howard for coming back, hanging tough, making some big shots, but the Westerners found a way to do what they needed to do, and they got the victory. We should be getting some statistics